How you doing?
Good.
Good. Steve, how are you? Good.
Rick, from what you've seen on film of Jason Terry, are the Celtics using him differently at all than what you used him?
Oh, it's a little different, but he's still a great player. He's still playing. You know, he's played point guard in his career, and he played it some for us and stuff. But look, he's terrific. He's playing well. You know, they're a team that's getting better and better. So you know, he's in a great situation.
Do you miss him?
Do we miss him? As Casey Jones would say, there's a bear shit in the woods. Yeah, we miss him.
I think he was the last coach who actually said that, too.
Sure he was.
How's Crowder, Rick? Is he going to be?
He's not here. He's at the hotel. He's got a fever, so we hope he can, you know, sleep it off and drink a lot of fluids, and you know, and hopefully get ready for Friday. He's going to meet us at the plane.
Do you remember that conversation you had with Terry when you first told him we need you to come off the bench and take him out of the starting lineup?
Well, the conversation was him saying to me, "Hey, Coach, whatever you need, you know, I'll do. You know, I'll start, come off the bench. You know, whatever role you think is best for us to win as a team and to help you do your job." And so, you know, that's unique. You know, there aren't a lot of guys wired that way. And it's one of the reasons that he's so beloved in Dallas. It's just he's about winning, and he's about sacrifice, and I'm sure he had the same conversation with Doc when he got here.
Just how much of a challenge has it been coaching without Dirk this year?
Well, it's, you know, everything's challenging. I mean, you know, it's no matter what kind of team you have or who's available. I mean, it's you know, games are hard to win, and teams are going to game plan hard and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it's yeah, in some ways it was fortunate that you know, we knew early and we didn't get into a flow with Dirk, you know, and had to radically depart. We knew, you know, about midway through exhibition season that you know, the surgery was going to be needed, and that, you know, he was going to have to work through it and come back when he could come back. And so, you know, we've kind of been able to start out and try to build this without him. You know, we're obviously looking forward to him coming back, but there's no set timetable for that.
When you look at what O.J. has been able to do you sit back and envision how it's going to play out when Dirk comes back, and just how their games are going to mesh with one another?
Well, O.J.'s done a great job for us, especially you know, offensively, and you know, he's a guy who's going to work well with Dirk. Look, there aren't many players that won't find it a good situation working with Dirk, just because of how he's because of the kind of game changer that he is. So, you know, but I can tell you, we got 14 to 13 other guys that are looking forward to Dirk coming back too. But again, there's no set timetable for that. He's working hard. He's doing better. But you know, we don't know when that's going to happen.
Of all the things that O.J. has done well, his three-point shooting has really stood out. Any rhyme or reason why that particular shot is just going down at such a high rate for him now?
Well, he works extremely hard at it, and you know, he just, you know, he comes in the gym almost every night, even on off days. And when we're at home, and he finds gyms on the road to go to too sometimes. So. You know, he's into it. He's a worker. He loves the game. He loves working on the game, and he wants to get better. And so, you know, he's gotten some good results.
Seems like Vince Carter's found the fountain of youth in a way, you know, for you guys. And it was nice to have a veteran like him on the court, you know, when a guy like Dirk isn't on the court.
Well, it is, and you know, Vince has been the guy to try to fill the void left by Jet. You know, the guy off the bench that can give you some scoring, that can give us some playmaking. Vince does a lot of other good things. He's one of our guys that takes charges, and so. And you know, the other thing about Vince and Sean Marion too, like from the beginning of training camp, those two guys have set a leadership tone, largely in Dirk's absence. You know, that's helped our team continue to make some gradual steps, you know, overall. And right now we're working at the defensive end. We're making, you know, in recent games we're making some strides there, but we know we gotta work to do that every single day.
Is Marion playing tonight?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, you didn't read the paper, didn't see the internet today?
I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it mean to have an owner like Mark Cuban who cares so much about the success of your organization? He's not just in it to make a profit.
What does it mean? Mark's great. Mark's great, and he's a competitive guy. You know, everybody's familiar with him because they see him sitting on the sidelines at the games or behind the bench on the road and stuff. And I think it's great for our organization that he's so invested. Not only from a financial standpoint in owning the team, but just being close to it, traveling with us, being around. He's in the locker room before the game. He's in the locker room at halftime. I like that. I want him to see what's going on with the team and see how the team is functioning. And when we get to junctures this season when we feel like we gotta do things or make hard decisions or whatever it is, he's going to have an intimate first-hand knowledge of that. So I think that's very important.
How has Jim O'Brien helped the team this year?
Jim is, I've known Jim for over 25 years. When I went to the Knicks, he was a first-year assistant coach with Rick Pitino. And at that time, I remember he had such a great intellectual curiosity for the game. He had a great love and respect for the game. And I've kept a relationship with him ever since. And as he's gone on, and he went and coached in college for a while, came back and was with Rick here, and then took over, got these guys to the conference finals. And I've always had great respect for him, not only as a basketball man, but as a person. And so when Stotts got the Portland job this year, Jim was the only guy that I really thought about, and I knew I'd have to sell him pretty hard on coming off the golf course, because he's he coached a lot of years in this league. He's got plenty of money. He doesn't need to do this, but he's been great, and a couple of different reasons. Number one, we have to play a completely different style than I've ever coached before because of the way our team is structured, and he's had great input into that. And two, it's just he's a fun guy to be around, and those of you who know him off the floor, know that, but he's a special guy, and I feel very fortunate that he's with us. Thanks for asking that too.
Do you think he enjoys going back to being an assistant for a little while? Not having
He loves the game. He loves the game, and so he did. He was one of the guys really that had a great impact and a great influence on this franchise re-emerging. Back in the early 2000s when they got to the conference finals, I believe in 2002, and Pierce and Walker and that team, which had kind of was kind of gradually working their way up. They kind of broke through, and that was huge for this organization. So and he was here a lot of years with Rick before Rick left and went back to college. So he's had great impact on Boston sports, and that shouldn't be forgotten.
How satisfied are you?
I'm not satisfied with anything. Sorry.
With the record, considering you've had some.
I'm not looking at the record that much. I mean, you're aware of it, but you got to get better every day in this league, and that's what the focus is. The record is what it is, and in my 11th year of doing this, some of your perceptions and perspectives change a little bit, and each day we gotta just find one or two little things and just try to get stronger at those. And as I said, the last 5 games or so, we're doing some better things defensively, and we're gonna have to fight like hell tonight to keep that trend going.
When you walk into the building, Rick, do you ever look up and see that 86 banner and know that you played a role in the Celtics winning it that year?
The other thing that I feel very good about is that I know that my number is going to be retired here one day, and I'll be very proud when it goes up to the and I'll try to be here for that too.
Will Pierce share that?
Number 34.
Yeah. Pierce. Yeah, you and Pierce are going together.
Pierce. Yeah. I mean,
sorta,
I think that it'll be in recognition. I think he'll share in that too. But I'm going to really look forward to that. And look, the '86 team is if you're from Boston, that was one of the special teams ever. and that was a great memory. And you know, Bird and I were talking about that the other day on the phone, and some of the events that happened after that game, which I won't talk about. Good.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.